Hi friends, it's Julie Golding-Page, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in St. Stephen, New Brunswick, Canada, along the tidal Scoodic or St. Croix River, the traditional territory of the Passamaquoddy, and I'm grateful that they share this beautiful place with us. Today I have the second in my series of cards featuring my free card class that involves the Share a Milkshake stamps and dies. And these stamps and dies are both retiring soon. They're both on big discount right now as well, and they're both about to disappear at the end of April or whenever they sell out, whichever comes first. And if you'd like to get my free class, like I said, this is the second card in the series, and there'll be 3 altogether. If you'd like to get my free card class packets, to make all 3 cards, I give you all of the card bases, the envelopes, and everything you see here that you need to make the card. You just add the stamps and the ink and any adhesives that you need. Then you just need to place an order with me of minimum $60 before tax and shipping by the end of April. And if you need help with any of that, I'd be delighted to help you. I've been card making for a long time, and I've known about Stampin' Up! I guess probably since 2007, 2008, and I really, really love their products. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments or just message me. And if you don't already have a demonstrator, I would be very happy to help you out. And I like to give gifts like this free class to my customers as well. All right, so let's get right to the project. So I'm just going to switch my view here. And here you go. So if you're looking for me online, you can just click through on the Learn More link that's right in this post right now, or you can go directly to juliescraftattic.com, and that's where my website is. I post card designs usually a few times a week, although in the past week I've had a lot of appointments for personal reasons, and so I haven't posted as much as usual, but normally I do post several times a week. And also, I'd like to show you this card. This is the first one that I did for this free class. This was a demonstration that I did on Facebook Live this time last week. And you can find that on my blog as well, or just click through to the Learn More link there. And I have a link to this card demo and instructions as well. And also the Learn More link will take you right to the written instructions for this. And I will be putting up the video from YouTube later today after we're done our demo right now. Oh, hi, Kathy. Yeah, great you could join us today. So this is the card we're going to be working on today, and I'll tell you about some other things as we get going. Before I forget, I wanted to show you what the new catalog looks like. So I can't open it, but I'm allowed to show you the cover. So here is the annual catalog. And that just came in my mailbox this week, and I'm supposed to be getting a shipment of the catalogs today. So if you need a catalog, I have a link right in this post where you can request one. There is a small charge just to cover the shipping to you, but I'll give you the catalog for free, and I'm really glad to do that. And the shipping cost, I'm happy to refund it. If you place an order with me by the end of June of this year, then I'll give you that shipping cost back. I'm happy to send the catalogs out free to customers who've shopped with me in the past 6 months or so, and so I'd be happy to do that for you as well. All right, so today's card, happily, involves a lot of sale items, so I'm going to mention those as we go forward. And, oh yes, before I go on though, the annual catalog, so I'll just show you that sneak peek of the cover again. And I have a picture on Julie's Craft Attic Facebook page with my one of my puppies there, Benny the mini schnauzer. He helped me get the photo there. Anyways, there's new paper packs in there. So if you're interested in a paper share, I have a link also right in this post that you can click through to, or just message me and I can send you the link to my paper share for 10 different new papers that are coming out. Okay, so let's get on to our card. This is it. And we're going to be using the Share a Milkshake stamps, which I mentioned are on sale because they're retiring. We're also using these Share a Milkshake dies that'll cut out all the images you see in the stamp set. And I really like these dies. I've been using them ever since they first came out, and I particularly like this waffle cone, and we are going to use that die today. And so these ones are on sale as well. So it's a really, really good deal right now if you're looking for them. So let's start with our stamping. I always like to start with stamping because it's kind of the messy part, and it's the part that can get all over you, all over your clothes, all over your dog potentially if you have a dog or cat around. And also it can get messy onto your project. And so I like to get the stamping done first. So we are using Poppy Parade today. That's one of my favorite colors because I love red. And here's my pre-cut packet. So I've prepared the packet just as it would be if you place a $60 or more order with me and get these free packets for the free class. And so I've already pre-cut these items. I've die cut them for you. Now this little tag is from another retiring die set. And the die set is this one. It's called Tailor Made Tags. And you can see there's all these lovely nested tags. And I've used these a ton, I have to say, since they first came out, and they are retiring. So if you need those tags, make sure you get them by the end of April. I can't say when they might sell out if they do in advance, so I'd suggest getting them as soon as you can. And this is one of the little tags that I cut out. So I am going to go ahead and open my Poppy Parade, and we will stamp right on there. Actually, I'll put this here so you can see it as well. Okay, so I need the stamp set, and the sentiment I'm going to be using here is this one that says celebrate. Okay, so we're going to use that. You can see I've used these with red and pink ink a lot, and they are a little bit stained. That does not affect how they work in any way at all. It just means that any ink that has a little bit of red in it, so it could be purples that will do this too, reds, pinks, and purples, will tend to stain your photopolymer stamps. If anybody knows how to get that off, let me know. I've never managed to find a way myself, and I don't know of anybody who knows about it either. So if you do happen to know a trick, let us know in the comments. I'm sure everybody would love to know. But in any case, it doesn't affect your stamp's function in any way. And it doesn't leave ink on them that will get on your project in any way, so it's okay. I'm just going to use my chamois here, my stamp chamois, and just rub that off, and now that's all clean again, so that's perfect. And we will close up the ink pad so we don't have an ink disaster here. And again, that was Poppy Parade, if you're wondering. So this project requires only one ink. And actually, the first one in this series also just requires one ink. That was Berry Burst that we did last week. So you don't need a lot of different inks for these projects. So here's my tag. So that looks very nice. And I'm going to feed through that ribbon. Now this ribbon combo pack is also retiring very soon at the end of the month. It's Real Red and Burlap. So it's a very lovely, versatile set of ribbons. I really like them. I think that they're very, very nice. So let's use this red one. This is a 1/4 inch, and it's got this beautiful shine to it, you can see. And it's got a shine no matter which side you use. But one is a little bit smoother than the other, so you can just kind of decide which side you want to have out. And I'll just feed that through, and then we'll just tie it. So we're not doing anything fancy with a bow. I know I have team members who really, really dislike bows, and people who come to my classes who really, really dislike bows. And so I'm just doing it very simply and quickly. So anybody can do this. You don't have to tie any bows. There you go. So very quick. And it still looks really elegant. That's why I like these tags, because they look so elegant with almost no effort at all. You don't have to tie fancy bows or anything like that. And just a little tiny slip of ribbon, and there you go. Okay, so that part's done. Now let's assemble this little ice cream cone. So here in my packet, I've got all the pieces for it already cut. So here's the waffle cone. Here are different ice creams, and these are in Pool Party, Lemon Lolly, and Petal Pink. And then we have our little spoon here, and you can see it has a beautiful shine to it. And this is from the More Dazzle paper. So I'm just going to show you that right now. I thought I brought it over here. Okay, so this More Dazzle paper came out in last year's annual catalog, and it's retiring at the end of the month or whenever it sells out, whichever comes first. So let me just show you. This is a brand new pack I have. My other one I've got in tiny pieces. I've used it so much. So you can see a couple of the colors here. So this one is gold, and I think they called this one champagne, if I'm not mistaken. Champagne, yes. So it's not a true silver, but it's got a little color to it on top of the silver, and this one is very gold. So this is a really pretty paper pack, and this comes already pre-cut in 6x6. So it's really convenient and very, very nice to add just a little touch of sparkle to your project. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this together. So you can see it has score lines on it. So you just fold on the 2 score lines, just like that. And then if you turn it over, you'll see which way goes in first. So if you put that one in first, this one won't fold over. So you can tell that it's this one, the smaller tab, that folds in, and then the larger one over top. And what I like to do is just use my mini glue dots to get that secured. So here's one dot. And I'm just going to put one on the other tab there. And the reason I'm using these mini glue dots, you could use the liquid glue or Stampin' Seal, whatever you want. But I like to use the glue dots on things like this because that means not the whole part, the whole piece of paper, the whole piece of the ice cream cone is actually anchored down. If it's not all adhered, some of it kind of lifts up a little and gives it that lovely 3D feel. So you can see that in this one. It just feels more 3D if it's like that than if it's stuck really hard and firmly down. Okay, so let's do the same thing with our ice cream bits here. I'll just move that ink out of the way here. And what we'll do is we'll take and put just one mini glue dot on one side and one on the other, and I'll show you where I put them. So just kind of like that, one on each side. And that's really all it takes to anchor down the ice cream. Okay, so we'll put that one on. We'll take the petal pink and we'll put that one on next. All right. And then we'll get to the lemon lolly and we'll put that one on top. So I'm just putting it down far enough to cover over this little slot that's there to put the spoon into, or a straw. You could put a straw in as well. But I want to cover it up so that you don't see it. And we'll use the slot that's on top. Now before I put the glue there, I'm just going to open this little slot up a little. We're going to slip that spoon right in there. Isn't that clever? I think that's so cute. And then we can put a glue dot on the back of that. All right, there we go. So there's the glue dot. And we're going to cover up the slot on the petal pink one. And there we go. Okay, so there's our little ice cream cone. We have one more thing to put on though, and that is the cherry. So let's get that cherry on there. It must be in my packet, kind of at the bottom somewhere. Yes, it is. It's in the very bottom. So if you do place an order of $60 or more with me and get these free packets, make sure that you shake them out carefully so you can find all the little teeny tiny bits. All right, so here we go. Let's put that on. Okay, whoops. There, so I'm just going to put a little mini glue dot on there. And you can kind of arrange it at a bit of a rakish angle over to the left there. And now you've got your whole ice cream cone. So easy as that. It's all about the die cutting for this, and it makes a really spectacular result, I think. So from there, it's very easy to finish the rest of the project. Here, I'll move this down so you can see. So I'm using these note cards, basic white note cards and envelopes. And you can get those from Stampin' Up! As well. It's very convenient because they're already pre-cut, pre-scored. They're all ready to go. And then I'm going to put on some decorative paper. Now, this one I wanted to show you because this paper is actually half price right now in the last chance sale because it is retiring soon. So on the back, you can see it's this one. It's the Les Shops paper. And I'm just going to show you a few patterns that comes in that. So here's this one that we're using today. Looks kind of like an ice cream shop. And look at this one though. Look how cool that is. That's the back of it. So you can make all kinds of really fun cards out of that. Here's another one. And then the back side looks like that. This one with all the different foods on. And we'll look at the back as well. So it looks like that, kind of like little pavements or cobblestones. Here's another one that has the beautiful shops, and you can just cut them out and stick them on your card. And there's the back. And this one has lots of books and paints and things. And then back side is kind of this yellow monochromatic and kind of geometric print. And there's some other designs as well. But at $8.50 instead of $17, that DSP called Les Shops is on really good discount right now. And when I checked right before I started my video today, there was some of it left. So it's not gone yet. So if you need to get some, get there soon. And if you need some help finding it, let me know. If you click through to the Learn More link, it'll take you to my website where I've got all the instructions written down for this project. And I've got at the end of that post, I have a list of all the items I used. And you just click on them and they'll open up in my shop for you. So it's a really convenient way to find the thing you're looking for. Now this one, I've got a scalloped rectangle. So this is another set of dies that I've been using a long time, and they are retiring. So I believe they're on sale as well, and they are called Scalloped Contours dies. So I've just used these so much. And then there's this one as well on the edge, and that's nice to make a scalloped edge on things. So I cut the mid-sized one here, and I'm just going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. And we'll stick that on. So I like to put one on each corner, and then I put one in the middle. If you're not familiar with these Stampin' Dimensionals, these are actually probably my favorite product that Stampin' Up! Sells. They've been selling them a really long time. I first met this product when I first met Stampin' Up! In about 2007. Just as a customer, I was not a demonstrator. I've only been a demonstrator for not quite 3 years now. And I love them. I think they're so good. They don't fall off. They don't dry out. They're just the best little things. And they're super easy to use. And I really, really recommend them. I like them so much. We use them around the house for other things too. If my daughter needs something for school or whatnot, we can use those because they're so convenient and they're not messy. I like that about them too. Oops, I put them away too soon though. I'm going to use them on the back of my ice cream cone here, my waffle cone. So let's see, let's put those on. So I just put 3 of them on. That should be plenty to keep it stuck down. Oh, hi, Linda. Yeah, oh yes, feel free to watch the replay. Yeah, that's what I like about this technology, because you can watch the replay if you don't have time to do it now, and you can go back and watch as many times as you want when you're making something. And I do that for sure. I love that you can find out all these things. And we're all in different time zones. I'm in Atlantic time zone, but I know that lots of people who watch are in different zones across the country or even across the world. And it's just so useful to be able to watch these at your own convenience in your time zone. So let me just tell you what I'm going to do here. So I put a dimensional on there because it's going to stick down on this white part. So I'm going to put it kind of like that. And I'm going to put a glue dot here rather than another dimensional. That's because I have popped this up already. You can see that with a dimensional. I want these to be on the same level. So I'm going to put a glue dot there and a dimensional there, and this should all be popped up to the same level that way. So you have to get a little creative with these things sometimes and just kind of think them through before you start sticking stuff on. All right, so let's just put that across there. I think that'll work. Whoops, I didn't take off the backing. No wonder it's not sticking. That would help. There we go. Okay, so there we go. So now it's all stuck down and we've got our ribbon on there. Now there's one last step. So this is a pretty simple card. If you just die cut all the items, that does take a little time, but it's not hard at all. And very little stamping as well. So what I'm going to do is put on these little rhinestones. These are my favorite of all of the different embellishments that Stampin' Up! Sells, and they are called Rhinestone Basic Jewels. Not coincidentally, they're also one of the least expensive ones. So you get 140 of them in 3, 4, and 5 millimeter sizes, and you only pay $8.25. So that is significantly less expensive than most of the other embellishments that you can get. And I just find them very useful on just about any project. And the 3 sizes are so nice to have. I just really like these ones. So I use them a lot. They add a little bit of bling as well. And I'm just doing, I'm adding them because I want to bring out that little bit of bling that we have in our More Dazzle spoon. And these will do that. They'll connect with that. So I'm going to put a large one down there. I'm going to put a medium-sized one up here for variety, and then I'm going to put a smaller one over here. And let me show you the tool I like to use for the small one, actually. This is the Take Your Pick tool, and it has one end that's sharp, not too sharp though, you can see. That's for poking out little pieces in die cuts or other things you might want to use it for. And this end has putty. So the putty allows you to pick up these tiny little things. So I can pick up these ones fine, but these little ones, oh boy, they're kind of hard. So I like to use this little tool, and then I don't have to fight with it. So easy as that. And you can get refills for the putty as well. So that's also nice. And here is the finished product. So that's a pretty simple make, as long as you have a little die cut machine. And I have a tip for you too about the die cut machine. If you're looking to get one of these mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines that's really, really small, they do have the white one, but if you type in limited edition, you should get an option to get the boho blue one instead, and it's actually $4 cheaper than this one. So they've got some leftovers of a limited edition that they made, and why not save where you can? I think that that makes a lot of sense. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the card, and I hope that you'll take advantage of the last chance sale that is on right now so that you can get dies like these Share a Milkshake dies. You can get stamp sets like the Share a Milkshake stamp set on big discount right now. The discounts on things are up to 60%. You can find papers, you can find embellishments, you can find ink pads that are going out of stock soon, and take advantage of all those things now. If you have any questions, just send me off a message, put a comment here, or go to my website, and I've got lots of information there as well. I also have a newsletter. I have a link right in this post, and I send people out my latest card designs. I send news about any sales that are coming up and any paper shares and things like that that I have, and also about my classes. I've got lots of classes that are available right now as well. So thanks again for joining me, and have a wonderfully crafty week. See you next time.